Yo, what's going on, guys? Crispy Flakes here. Welcome to Extra Crispy. For today's video, we are going to be reacting to 8 bold NBA predictions for the 2019-2020 NBA season. This is a video about my dude, Nick Smith. Link to his channel in the description below, guys. Go subscribe to him. Very great content creator over there, guys. But plain and simple, man, we're going to go through these predictions. I'm going to give you guys my thoughts and just opinions on if I think these things can actually happen out there, or if I think they're a little bit too outlandish to even think about. You know what I'm saying, man? So you gotta do me a quick favor, please drop a like on this video. And here we go, 8 bold NBA predictions.
Here are my bold predictions of the 2019-2020 NBA season. Number 1, the Houston Rockets win 55 plus games and tie as the 2nd seed in the Western Conference.
Ooh, I don't know about that. I don't know. That's okay. I can see why that's bold, because like you're looking at like the top spectrum. Okay, like this is assuming that James Harden and Russell Westbrook just work out for each other. You know, being two new NBA superstars that used to play together. So I'm not new NBA superstars, but guys that are playing together that used to play together. You know what I'm saying? So, like ego wise and stuff. So, oh man, 55 plus. The thing is, I think no matter what, like James Harden and Russell Westbrook, they don't work out chemistry-wise as good as I think Kawhi and Paul George will, or like Anthony Davis and LeBron James. So I mean, sure, 55 wins, yeah. At the end of the day, though, the Western Conference is so stacked that like some teams are gonna have to lose out there. So unless just the teams that don't make the playoffs, they all go 0-82 or whatever, that actually be virtually impossible because they would play each other. But you know what I'm saying? 55 plus. I could see him getting around the 55 win mark, but I'm predicting close to maybe to a 52 win season, just because I could see chemistry getting the best of them, at least early on. Even if they work things out, it's going to take time.
This is a bold predictions video, like I've stated a million times. And some people in the comment section, I can already see them writing, wow, you just saying that because you wanted to make up for what you said in the last video? Absolutely not. I believe that the Houston Rockets will be a good team. I just don't believe they did a whole lot in the offseason. I believe they've always been a great team. And I believe that they will win 55 games if Westbrook and Harden can work together as a duo and play well together. Right. I think there is a huge chance for them to be as good as the Clippers or the Lakers, and even better. Now, I don't see them getting the first seed, and I'm going to come out with an NBA standings predictions in the future. But I do see them as a bold prediction tying for the 2nd seed, and to win 55 games in the Western Conference is very, very good. Only one team got 55 games in the West.
And that's my thing right there. Like, sorry guys, my bitch ass head's in the way. Let me move myself to a better location. We're gonna move up here for the duration of this video. What am I doing, bro? Oh my god, man. Okay, whatever. I think we're good. Okay. Perfect, guys. We got a perfect, man. Like this video for me doing that perfect just alignment right there. It wasn't perfect though. But yeah, so we look at that and it's like, yeah, 55 wins. I mean, it goes to show just like in the Western Conference is even stronger. So I think 55 wins is bold. But they will still be a top team in the West. Like I don't know how many teams would win 55 wins next 55 games next year.
Last season, and that was the Warriors with Steph, Clay, Draymond, and Durant. The next team was the Denver Nuggets with 54. So if the Rockets get 55 wins, that is a huge win for them. And I believe that they can either tie the Lakers or the Clippers as the 2nd seed in the Western Conference. Number 2, Anthony Davis wins the MVP. Yeah, I said it's a bold prediction.
You know, as much as that would be great to see, any total success overall to the Los Angeles Lakers is going to be paid dividends to LeBron James. He's just the bigger name. I mean, Anthony Davis, we all know Anthony Davis, like greatest big man in the league right now. But I mean, the Lakers' success, it would be paid towards LeBron. That's how it's always been with King James.
There's a lot of guys that definitely have a chance to win the MVP. There's an unwritten rule in the MVP case where you generally have to be a top player in the top 3 seed of either conference. For example, this season it was Giannis, he was the 1st seed in his conference. Last season, it was James Harden, 1st seed and best record in his conference. The year before that, it was Russell Westbrook, and he is the only exception in around 30 years where you have an MVP outside of the top 3. And this was because he broke an NBA record by averaging a triple-double for a whole year since Oscar Robertson in the 1960s, which is why he got the MVP, But generally, it doesn't happen to any player who gets outside of a top 3 seed, as you have to have an historical season, which most players do not have, unless they do something insane. This is a seeding of the past MVPs, and it starts in 2014, as this is where the chart was made. The only player is Karl Malone and MJ, who had the 3rd seed in 1988.
That's pretty crazy, actually, once you look at it, man.
If you look at the guys in the
crazy.
Eastern
Oh my
Conference,
God.
Giannis is the guy that you think could have a definite chance to compete once again in the Eastern Conference and be a top 3 seed and most likely win it. But as this is a bold predictions video, it gives me the impression that let's choose a top 3 seed.
I just don't see him winning it over
because
LeBron,
that is
though,
generally
if
what
it came down
happens
to
in
it.
the NBA. A player in a top 3 seed will win the MVP. If you look by conference, I believe the only player in the Eastern Conference that can win it is Giannis. But if it's not Giannis who gets a back-to-back MVP, very, very limited chance of Joel Embiid, because they are the 76ers, who I believe will finish top 3. And outside of that, I really don't know who else could win it that would finish top 3 in the Eastern Conference.
Julius
in the West,
Randle,
it's a
lead the Knicks to the playoffs.
Story. You've got Stephen Curry, Kawhi Leonard, James Harden,
Oh my
Anthony
God.
Davis, LeBron James, Jokic.
And this is why I don't think Houston wins 55, or not higher than 55. I think 55 is kind of the top tier.
Paul George, Westbrook. All these guys have a chance to win the
Crazy.
MVP.
Crazy.
But you can only really choose someone who is going to finish as a top 3 seed in the Western Conference, in my opinion. I believe it's going to be someone from either the Lakers, the Clippers, the Houston Rockets, or the Utah Jazz, as I believe that those are the teams that have a chance to be the top 3 seed in the Western Conference.
What do you guys all
and
think,
if we're
man? What do
being
you guys all
honest,
think?
LeBron James will probably have a few more rest days this season as he's getting a little bit older. And I believe that Kawhi Leonard will always have a little bit of rest management due to the injury that he sustained a few years ago.
Load management.
And I don't think that Stephen Curry will be a top 3 seed. And to be an MVP outside of the top 3 seed, you have to have an extreme season. And I believe that
Curry
Stephen
could do
Curry
it,
will
though.
have an amazing season, but I
Curry
don't think
could
it's
do
going to
it.
be extreme. Like Russell Westbrook being the first player to average a triple-double since Oscar Robertson, I don't think he'll have that type of season. And I believe
What if Curry just goes off and averages 40 a game, though? You know, just takes every bitch ass
to me,
shot out
if we're
there.
making a bold predictions video, if Anthony Davis plays the majority of this season healthy, which is obviously the big question, and he is still the best big man in the league, and the Lakers finish as the 1st or top 3 seed, I believe he has a very strong chance to win the MVP, as he's entering his prime, playing with
LeBron would
arguably
be
the
his biggest
greatest
competition.
facilitator that the league has seen at that small forward position. Plus Rondo, I believe Davis will be in the perfect position this season, and if he can stay healthy, has a great chance to win the MVP this season. But that is a bold prediction after all, because he is not my MVP candidate. I still think that Giannis can go back to back. At number 3, and speaking of Giannis, the Bucks once again do not make the finals for the 2nd straight year, even after having the best record in the league for back-to-back seasons.
I agree with that. I honestly think that the 76ers could have a better record this season, just because I just feel like, you know, especially Ben Simmons is like focusing on his 3-point shot and his jump shot this offseason, which is awesome to see him do. And when he got that max contract, he definitely should be doing that. I think the 76ers got better. Yes, they lost Jimmy Butler, JJ Redick, but, you know, getting Al Horford, I guess I don't think they got better. They got more interesting, I think is a better way to put it. I think they got more interesting out there, if anything. But I do think the Bucks, you know, losing Brogdon, I thought that was a big-time hit to the team. I thought it was a big-time hit. Brook Lopez, a year older. Eric Bledsoe is kind of meh at times. You know, I that's the team I got beating them probably is the 76ers. So, I don't know, man. The Eastern Conference, this is the freaking Eastern Conference right now,
Which
man.
means that somebody else has to make the finals, and I believe it's the Philadelphia 76ers, and the Bucks will not. Now, it's not necessarily a bold prediction to say the 76ers will make the finals, but I believe it's more bold than to say that the Bucks will make it, as I believe that the Bucks will not make it for a 2nd straight year. And that is my 3rd bold prediction. My 4th bold prediction is that D'Angelo Russell averages 26 points per game with the Golden State Warriors before he gets traded. Now,
I mean, there's going to be a lot of shots to be had. You know, Clay's injured, Durant's off the team. Those are 2 superstar players taking shots, so Curry's not going to be able to shoot every single damn time. I will say this, if Curry is running point guard and you got D'Lo at shooting guard, he's focusing solely on scoring, I don't put that in the realm of possibility. I think that's fine prediction.
D'Angelo Russell, I'm not going to predict when he gets traded or if he gets traded. I do believe that they probably won't keep him on a team with Stephen Curry and Klay Thompson. I just don't see that fit working out. You're either going to have to run Klay Thompson at the 3 or you're going to have to trade D'Angelo Russell, in my opinion. And I think there's a high chance that they trade D'Angelo Russell and get a better fit at the small forward position if they get Klay Thompson back and he's healthy. And honestly, I believe it's a very bold prediction to say that D'Angelo Russell will average 26 points per game. Klay Thompson has never averaged over 22. Only a few players last season averaged 26 points per game or higher. And those were Kevin Durant, who averaged 26 with the Warriors, Kawhi Leonard, who averaged 26.6, Booker, who averaged 26.6
I just feel like the shots are going to be
nobody
there
else on his team.
Stephen
Curry,
bro.
who averaged 27.3. Embiid, who averaged 27.5. Giannis, who was the MVP, who averaged 27.7. Paul George, who averaged 28. And obviously Harden, who averaged 36 points per game. I believe that is a bold prediction, but I don't think it's out of this world. D'Angelo Russell averaged 21 points last season. So I believe if he can average one more three-pointer and 2 more free throws, he will average 26 points per game, and I don't think it's out of this world, but I do think it is a bold prediction because averaging 26 points per game is elite in the NBA. Those are the best scorers that the league has, and at this point, D'Angelo Russell is not that because he's behind Drew Holiday, Doncic, DeRozan, Aldridge, Randall, Thompson, Westbrook, Levine, Mitchell.
Oh my God, dude! I keep
going
on
on.
the wrong damn
but
thing,
I
bro.
believe
Sorry,
he will
guys.
take that next step.
I was gonna move myself out of the way so you could see it. My bad.
Number 5. Ben Simmons will hit a 3-point shot. Okay,
hey,
maybe not. But honestly, I think that this year he will actually start shooting 3 points.
He'll get one.
And a bold prediction is that he shoots 35% of 100 3-point attempts per game.
Ooh, I don't know about that one. Let's get the 25% first, and then we'll talk. 35% is damn good. Like that's damn good.
Which is actually very, very bold now that I think of it, because Kevin
bold.
Durant and Bradley Beal both shot 35% this season.
Yes.
And they are 2 of the league's best shooters. So let me lower that
say 31%,
to 32%, which is still pretty high, but it is a bold predictions video, so let's just see if it happens. It's just the bold predictions video, guys. You don't need to get all crazy on me. At this point, even if he just makes 1 3 at 25%, the Philadelphia 76ers and the NBA world will probably go crazy. But I believe that he will start shooting a little bit more this season, and I think the 76ers need that. So I believe if he has 100 3-point shot attempts this season, and he shoots around 33%, I believe it's not out of this world, but at the same time, for a guy that really never shoots, it is a pretty bold prediction. At number 6, and this is bold, Anthony Bennett will become a solo contributor and actually finds a proper roster spot in the NBA.
I do agree. I think he is actually a perfect fit for the Houston Rockets system. Like, there's not a better team out there for him to go to. He don't got to do too much because, like, you got Russell and James. Go out there, shoot some threes, try to play a little bit of defense, grab some rebounds, you'll be good to go. It's very low expectation for Anthony Bennett. I do think as long as he can stay in shape, then I think that's a good pickup for the Houston Rockets.
As we all know, Anthony Bennett is one of the biggest busts in NBA history, if not the biggest bust in NBA history.
The biggest bust, I think so.
He's been in and out of the league, joining the Nets, the Raptors, and all these other teams, but he's mainly played in the G League. And in the last 2 seasons, he's played with the G League team for the Arizona Suns and the Clippers of the NBA G League. And he hasn't done a whole lot in the G League, but he has shown signs of improvement. Obviously, he's a bit more mature this time. He's 26 years old, which is reaching the prime of an NBA career, but this is a different situation. So for him to reach his prime, well, that is not something that he's going to look for. He would just like to be on an NBA team, having a few minutes and earning some solid cash, because he really hasn't had any luck in the last few seasons. But last season, with the Clippers in the G League, he averaged 25 games, 7 starts, and he posted averages of 12.2 points and 4.5 rebounds while shooting 54.6 from the field and 45% from beyond the arc.
That's the big one right there.
45% from beyond the arc is actually not bad for a big man at the power forward position.
Damn,
not to mention, he had a breakout game last season in 2018, November 30th, where he erupted for 36 points, shooting 12 for 13 from the field and 8 for 5 beyond the arc.
Like Curry talk.
He also grabbed 6 rebounds during that game. This is a guy that I believe will just grow into his own, have a little bit more confidence, and with the addition of Russell Westbrook joining the Houston Rockets, it really means that a lot of people won't talk about Anthony Bennett as much because they're going to be focused on how Westbrook and Harden play together, and people will just forget about Anthony Bennett even being on the roster, which probably will give him some peace of mind if he doesn't have the best game. And I believe he will actually come back to the league and he will finish out his career in the NBA and not get waived, not being a good player or even average, but just being a guy that can finish out his career in the NBA. At number 7, the media and the people on social media will actually turn against Michael Jordan, as the Hornets have one of the worst records in the league, if not the worst record in the league for...
I mean, Michael Jordan has kind of been a horrible, like, owner, GM, what do they say, man, governor, I guess governor these days or whatever, for a long time for them. And I think we all do expect Charlotte to be just the worst team in the NBA. But I think if people haven't rioted yet, it's not going to happen. And I mean, maybe eventually he'll just get fired, but I don't think he'll be like driven out or anything like that. Maybe he'll step down
next season. And people will start to blame Jordan for his continuous lack of building a team and his poor choice in hiring good staff to surround the Hornets. We all know that MJ, as an owner and as a general manager for the Wizards, has been absolutely shocking. Drafting Kwame Brown, not trading Kemba for an asset, getting Rozier for a huge amount of money. Yes, you can always blame the
Go to basketball, Kwame Brown of
GM that Jordan hired, but at the end of the day, Jordan has made some very questionable moves, and I believe that because the Hornets, in my opinion, will be the worst team in the NBA, I believe a lot of the blame and a lot of media will turn on Jordan. Even though the NBA and the media loves Jordan, I believe there will be a little bit of a narrative change where everybody starts to realize that Jordan is actually making the NBA and the Hornets in a worse place. But maybe I'm just saying this and maybe everybody will just continue to love MJ because that's how it's been ever since he entered the league. But in my opinion, I believe as a player, he's the greatest. As an owner and as a GM, he is arguably the worst I have ever seen.
I thought people already
and I
realized he
believe
was
that because
trash
the
in that
Hornets will not be very good this season, this is the season that everybody will look to MJ and be like, what the hell are you doing? At number 8, Zion Williamson does not win the Rookie of the Year. Yes, once again, it is a bold predictions video.
Okay.
Who do I have winning the MVP
Ja
and the Rookie of the Year? I have Giannis and I have Zion Williamson. But at the same time,
I could see, this is my bold prediction for Rookie of the Year, Kobe White of the Chicago Bulls. Because you got Ja, you got Zion both playing in the Western Conference. They ain't going to make playoffs. I mean, I guess the Pelicans potentially could, like maybe as an 8 seed, maybe. But I could see, like the Eastern Conference is so weak. I could see the Chicago Bulls, if Kobe White comes together nicely with the rest of the guys they got out there. Man, I could see that team getting, like, maybe like a 6 seed in the Eastern Conference. And to me, that's Rookie of the Year material. That's my prediction.
If this is a bold predictions video, let's say somebody else. First of all, Zion Williamson has a higher chance to get an injury than any player in the 2019 NBA draft, besides probably Taco Fall and Bol Bol. But Zion Williamson's weight and health is going to be an issue throughout his playing career because playing under that amount of weight and being that athletic isn't a normal thing. In saying that, he's a freak, so I don't put it past him. The second thing is, he's already on a team with talent. Lonzo Ball, Brandon Ingram, JJ Redick, Drew Holiday. These are guys that are going to take shots off Zion Williamson, which means he will have less of a role than a guy like RJ Barrett on the New York Knicks, who will have majority of the offense run through him, as well as other players on that team, but majority of it will be run through RJ Barrett. Which is why I'm saying that RJ, as a bold prediction, will win the Rookie of the Year.
Fair enough.
Anyway, if you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to smash that like button for tomorrow.
No, I mean, I thought overall these predictions were pretty good. They definitely had some bold ones out there. I'm glad that you moved Ben Simmons' three-point shot down a little bit. But yeah, guys, this video is getting pretty long here, so hope you guys all enjoyed. Check out Nick Smith's channel. Leave a like on this video. Give me your thoughts and your bold predictions in the comment section below. And peace out, my friends.